I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Floyd King, the PR lead at HodlGod Game. Floyd, welcome to the show. Thanks for taking the time to be here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a real honor to be on the show. I'm really excited to sit down and talk with you today about HodlGod. So yeah, all around really excited to jump into this interview here.
Very exciting. I know your team's worked on a really interesting game, which also introduces NFTs, and there's quite a bit of interesting lore that we can dive into. I would love for you to just kick it off for us with just a high-level overview of what is the HodlGod game, what is it all about, and why did your team create it?
So HodlGod right now is a 3D player versus player battle royale game. So it's in pre-alpha stage, so we're constantly adding new updates, so almost monthly. So right now, kind of how the game looks is we got a couple different maps, and you go into a lobby, you get spawned into the game, and then it's a last man standing kind of thing. And then the kind of NFT integration that you're talking about there is we do have basically like a play to earn system where 10% of the time we drop gold bars, which are NFTs that can be airdropped to your account because you can directly link your Wax Cloud wallet. And 30% of the time we drop silver key raffle tickets, and those get drawn weekly. But like I said, we're still constantly adding updates. That's how the game looks right now. We have some PvE stuff that we're starting to develop too for the future. And it's a fantasy setting. So you have, you can use magic spells and freeze your opponents. You can use self-heal, and you can get swords and bows and arrows. And you can get different skins, like different armors through NFTs that you can hold in your Wax Cloud wallet and then use it in the game to wear as well. So really fun and exciting times. And we, as far as kind of Onassis, and our vision, we've always known that blockchain gaming is something that's going to be huge, and we're passionate about it. So we wanted to make a fun game that gives everyone equal opportunity. So whether you have a huge amount of money you can invest or no money, depending on your skill level, you can still be successful within our game.
Definitely, and I think that's a great point. And I really do like that. Not all games are just pay to play and play to win nowadays, and you can't play to earn and build up your characters. So from what I understand, the game's in private alpha right now. You do have the PvP live, and there's different NFT packs that you can get. You're collecting Immortal Shards, and there's different heroes that you can become, which sounds pretty interesting. And myself, actually, I'm quite interested also in the PvE as well. So it's great to hear that you're also introducing that in the future. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the lore and the intricacies behind these heroes and picking up Immortal Shards and different armor packs and how the NFTs tie into that.
Yeah. So we did our Immortal Genesis sale. I believe it was December of last year was initially when we sold our packs. The Immortal Shards is there's 4 for each set. So there's 5 complete sets, which are called bounty contracts. And to build one of those, you need the 4 Immortal Shard NFTs. The way I like to think about it is if I was going to battle, I would want a weapon in each hand. So that would be your main hand and your off hand Immortal Shard. And then a bow on my back for long range weapon, which is the bow shard, and then the armor shard as well to protect yourself. And then we have a crafting link through atomichub.io, which allows you to combine all 4 of these shards into a bounty contract. So if you had 4 of our Liquid Titan shards, you could destroy them to get the Liquid Titan bounty contract, which also gives some good gamification to the NFTs because as people combine the shards, they're destroyed. So they essentially become more rare, which increases their value and their secrecy. And then the bounty contract that you receive in the PvP that's live right now, we're allowing people to equip their armors and play with it. But once the PvE comes that you were talking about, the bounty contract will actually be playable within the game. And it will assign you a list of quests to do. And once the quests are complete, you will airdrop to you the armor NFT, which you'll then be able to use either through our staking system. You can lease it out to other players, or you can upgrade the armors for more loot bonuses in the future as well. So lots of different ways that the NFTs will be integrated through the Wax blockchain, and from being playable to giving you new skins, to in the future giving you loot bonuses and stuff as well. So.
Mm-hmm. Very cool, Floyd, and that's great to hear that you're also airdropping and giving out the NFTs as through rewards and through playing the game. But in terms of the packages, I was looking on the HodlGod website with the NFT packs that you are selling. It looks like they're all sold out right away. Could you talk about what packs have you sold? Have they all really been super successful right away? And how often are you releasing these NFT packs?
Yeah, so right now we've just done our first series, which is the Immortal Genesis series. The packs came with all different shards, and they came in two types of packs. There was a starter pack, which came with one shard and some game credits. And then the Immortal Genesis pack came with 3 shards and a bit more game credits. You're right, they did sell really quickly at the time. We're not going to be releasing any more of that Immortal Genesis set, because we want to keep some rarity and some secrecy to it. We don't want to flood the amount of armors that this one has. So those did sell out almost instantly at the time. And then right now we will be developing probably more in the future, but they won't be from the same original 5 set. But I mean, obviously, as the player base grows, adding a new set down the road is definitely something we'll be looking at.
Definitely. And I like that you mentioned players can stake their NFTs or their armor and their weapons and receive rewards for that, sort of integrating decentralized finance and a financial market into the game and extending that beyond just playing the game to now being able to reap lucrative rewards. That's really interesting. Can you talk about all the different ways that the players can really capitalize through the NFTs beyond just playing the PvP?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, we have the raffle tickets and the NFTs that are going in. We also have a stream to earn option, where you can record yourself playing the game and then post it up to social media and get NFTs as well as Void token rewards. And then it probably, I'm going to say, I don't want to say too early. At the latest, the end of Q3 this year, we'll have our NFTFI system. I have a feeling it's going to be sooner, but I don't want the development team to be mad at me in case anything happens. But then you'll be able to stake any Onesis NFTs. So that would be HodlGod, the bounty contracts, the shards, any of the reward NFTs, any other collectible NFTs that we've sold. You'll be able to stake them through our system to earn Void token rewards, as well as we have some other partners through Boisterous and Void Elementals, and we teamed up with Dark Country and Blockchain Heroes, which is another big group within the Wax space. So any of the NFTs from us, you'll be able to stake through our NFTFI system, earn Void token rewards, and as well as lease out the armors and stuff in the future too. So that staking system should be going live here in a couple months max. Possibly even sooner. I know we're just in the final development stage doing some testing, and then that'll give you even more utility, even for if you're more of a collector who doesn't want to spend hours a day playing the game. Then you can still collect the NFTs, still enjoy the artwork, and still have some utility through the staking system as well, which will give you some rewards back. So that's a double win for everybody in my mind.
Definitely. Very interesting, Floyd. And you mentioned that's coming out in the coming months. You also said at the beginning that currently HodlGod is in private alpha. So does that mean that people have access to it right now, or they don't? And what are the next steps in terms of the next version of the game to get access to the mainstream?
Yeah, so it's in pre-alpha. So the way we did at the release of our game is actually very interesting. We released our game at quite an early stage. because we really wanted to involve the community. So if you go into our Discord channel, you see there's like a crash reporting section. There's a suggestion section. So we really put ourselves out on the line, released the game early, and then involved the community to give us feedback to make the game better. We also we let community members do some private testing on the game before we release things like new maps or, new updates, new play updates. Whereas most teams would never do that. They would keep it closed, and then what you get is what you get. But we wanted it to be really interactive and fun for the community, and we wanted to take suggestions because we want to build a great game at the end of the day. That's our number one goal. But of course, the ability to integrate DeFi through the staking system and NFTs and stuff is a huge bonus and something else we're also passionate about. So as far as the future, we will keep doing what we were doing. We'll keep constantly playing it and refining it and adding more and more updates. Like we just added a Xbox One controller update and a new animation system, stuff like that, because we got some feedback from the community that not everyone likes playing with keyboard and mouse. So we'll be working on developing a new PvP map and then keep working on the PvE stuff. And then, that's kind of just our plan is, pretty much every month, keep adding more and more content and more updates and just keep building it up.
Very cool. Great to hear, Floyd. And I was looking into the platform and that there's also a fungible token involved with it on top of the NFTs, the Void. Can you talk about the Void, how that fits into the ecosystem in the game and how it provides value?
Yeah, so Void is the token it's Onessis's token. So Onessis is the team behind HodlGod. We have a few other collabs and a few more things coming down the road for our utility for that token. But it will be involved in all of our games, as well as the DeFi system. So you'll be able to do some cool things within HodlGod. There's a few things I can't mention about it, but anything that involves Onessis will involve the Void token. So our plan is to keep adding utility for that as well for users.
Mm-hmm. That sounds great. And down the road, when the application is in its full swing with PvP, with the PvE, with all of these game packs out and users capitalizing on the DeFi nature, staking and trading the NFTs, what do you see as one of the key factors to success to have good retention of the game and long-term success and widespread adoption of HodlGod?
A part of that's going to be, I guess, in marketing and just getting our name out there. But the other thing that we want to do is constantly, like I said, add new things so it doesn't get stagnant. People aren't doing the same thing over and over again. They always have something new and exciting to go do. And then also, I think, once people realize how much more they can do than just playing the game and leasing out their armors or leveling up their armors so they get more loot bonuses, or maybe they're more collectors and they want to go through top ranked players and hire them to go do tasks to get low mint armors in return. There's lots of different ways you can play it. So I think it'll be fine kind of long term. And blockchain gaming seems to be getting bigger and bigger all the time. So I think we're really just kind of at the tip of the iceberg here for as far as potential within the blockchain gaming space and with HodlGod and Onessis as well.
Definitely, I agree, Floyd. And for the viewers that are looking to start playing, follow along with future releases of the NFT packs, and learn more about capitalizing on NFTs, what's the best way for them to learn more and get involved in the community?
So our two largest communities are through Discord, which is a chat server. You can download it on your phone or you can go through the web, or Telegram. We have HodlGod has its own Telegram server with almost 3,000 members, and the Discord server I believe is about 3,500. So get involved into those because they have announcement channels. So you'll get notifications when anything new is coming. You can also follow HodlGod on Twitter. Those are the main forms of communication that we use to interact with the community and as well as do announcements. So if there was a new NFT pack coming, we would announce that through all of our Telegram, our Discord channels. We would announce it through Twitter. Those are the best places. If you want a quick answer on something, I would definitely get into the Telegram or the Discord. We have a moderation team, and then as well as people, myself and the community manager, and lots of other staff members who are in there answering questions daily. I mean, there's lots of new people coming into the space, and people need help, and we're more than willing to help out anyone and answer any questions needed.
Definitely, that sounds great, Floyd. Well, I will leave all of those links in the description box below. All the best with the continued growth of HodlGod and Onassis, and let's follow up in the near future.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. That sounds really good.